Nevash, welcome. What are you seeing, and what have you seen, I suppose, over the last 2 years of the impact of Gen AI on customer experience?
So the first thing is, I'd say over the last 2 years, there's been a fair few proof of concepts. Telecoms in particular get that with millions of subscribers, hundreds of products, thousands of employees, you need help with AI to actually get to the problem faster and solve the issue. The change to me has been the volume and variety of data that they have access to that has accelerated that. From a Databricks perspective, the best use cases that we see are actually in production. And they're in production because there are three things that are happening. The first thing is the data has to be the right, clean, organized data for Gen AI to actually work effectively. So if you have siloed data in your organization, the Gen AI is going to represent one of those silos. But where you have the biggest impact is where the data is together, because then you have a 360 view on the customer. The second area is having governance. Gen AI works best when you can tell who's accessing the data, how it's transforming, and how it's delivering an outcome. And then, of course, you have your AI on the top, and it's not just about having the model, it's really about governing the model, evaluating the model, changing it. And the best use cases I have seen relate to growth, growing the business while delivering the best customer experiences and driving efficiency.
I want to talk a bit more about that evaluation, that measurement, because it's one thing to be very excited about this new technology and how it can benefit your company, but the other is, how do you measure it? How do you measure its impact? Are we getting it right?
Look, I think that is work in progress, and it depends on the use case. So some of the use cases that have been evaluated, or there's a value associated with it from our customers, there's one that's just growing the SMB business. And small to medium businesses is a key area of focus for telecoms because, generally the CIOs make decisions faster. So we have a customer who's already grown by 20%. And what the AI is doing is what a human cannot do very quickly. It's not just looking at one data source before they call the customer. They're looking at complaints. They're looking at what the customer has bought previously. They're looking at their capacity against the plan they have. And these multiple sources are resulting in a much richer conversation. And that gives you the ability to grow into more use cases.
I know it's pretty early days.
Yeah.
Well, I say that, but actually AI has been around for a long time, but it does, in terms of this new generation, I suppose, of technology, it seems early days. Where could this go?
I spent 20 years in telecom myself, and I have worked with more than 200 telcos over the last 4 years. So to me, where this could go, the possibilities are endless, but I see the biggest impact in growing your revenue. Better customer experiences. Now, mind you, I don't think customers actually care about the technology that anyone uses. They want the problem fixed before they even know. And I think that's what we have the ability to do with Agentic AI. And I think efficiency, but my most favorite use cases are the ones that impact the world in the best way, make innovation happen, help in the health industry, as well as, creating better business models. I think it's a win-win for everybody. And I'm excited about being part of that journey.
Fantastic, Nevash. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.